Greetings, YouTube.
What is it?
Hello,
What does it
YouTube.
mean, origins?
Origins, like
Like the show or the genre?
I think the origins of like the show, like how she got the ideas and shit. Anyways, hello, YouTube. Hello. It's your favorite person, your only person, the best person. Okay.
YouTube.
Hello, YouTube. The best person, the only person.
Steven Universe.
Today you're watching Steven Universe Origins
Let's go.
by Cartoon Universe. I'm gonna wait till the ads pass by because this.
This is Disney, by the way. It looks shit.
I know, terrible. I gotta go to screen. Gotta fix my camera because my camera keeps fucking up. And my camera, cause cameras can camera. My camera. There's my camera. Here's my camera. There's my camera. Here we go. Okay.
Everybody, today I need to talk about this hilarious story into how Rebecca Sugar tricked Cartoon Network into making
I'm so used to seeing Rebecca with short hair. Like you know, her casual short hair. Like this concerns me. I've never seen it. She looks like a they them. I'm not used to seeing them with long hair. She looks like a they them.
LGBT representation that everyone knows today. Now, for those who don't know, Steven Universe is a very important show to me and a very important show to the channel, as
Ew. I digress.
Cartoon Universe was actually named after Steven Universe. This was long before I was even a host here, with the owner of Cartoon Universe, Haley, being more active on the channel at that time, as well as her co-host, Michael. I got hired sometime during season 4 of the show because I absolutely...
What?
H-I-L-A.
Oh, Halali. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it and had some fun theories that I wanted to make. It was a very symbolic show, so it was often foreshadowing great twists that would come later. But it also used its symbolism in order to help with LGBT representation in a time when this wasn't really allowed, especially on children's TV. These days, having openly LGBT...
Why are you ruining this for me? I didn't even hear what you said properly. All I heard was looks like a dodo. Why are you ruining this for me, bruh? Why?
Bro, Memphis is shorter than Ruby. That's mad.
I mean, yeah, because they're both short. The shortest stacks. I stack short.
Characters in a kid's cartoon is pretty common. And before that, you'd really only get what you'd...
I love this episode. I love this episode so much.
The wedding one.
Yeah.
That was a
Mom
good
was a
episode.
diamond who invaded Earth. It's a beauty and it's worth. Mom can all agree. That is a little bit upsetting. I'd rather think about three big black men in my ass bouncing up and down to my crash. Sorry.
Wait, what if, hear me out, you know how I got Steven Universe in Minecraft?
Yeah.
I could do a world tour on that.
What?
Like, on we could do the world tour on Steven Universe
World tour.
Stream.
We could low-carcanionally, but you have to share your screen.
Yeah.
We could, but we have to share your screen.
Yeah, I know.
We could. Give me your fucking account. Sorry.
Huh?
Give me your account, dude. I want it. Okay.
Oh, I can do it after stream.
Okay. Wait, actually.
I mean, if
wait,
you
I don't
want,
have Game Pass. I don't have that anymore. I don't have Game Pass.
Oh, we can't do it then, can't we?
No.
But,
okay. Sorry.
Call subtle representation, or rare moments at the end of a series where it's implied that two characters would get together in a homosexual relationship. This prevented parents from causing an uproar.
I love the combination between the tux. What did I do? I pressed something up here. I love the combination between the tux and the dress between Garnet, dude. That's actually so tough.
Beautiful.
is a
material with the
bug,
same
bro.
characters as the series was already ended. After Cartoon Network aired Steven Universe, and a lot of change came in our culture as a whole, even other networks like the Disney Channel began to feature openly lesbian characters like in the Owl House. And even the head writers of Steven Universe went on to create...
What?
I should watch Owl House.
We know. Make reaction videos to anime. I will, eventually. Eventually. Huh?
Who's in chat?
Mom, Landon. Say hey.
Man.
Yeah, say hey to Landon.
Wagwan.
Wagwan means what's going on, pal.
I can't look at chat.
I know.
Greg of the Creek, where
that's why I say it out loud.
Gay characters. But Steven Universe unfortunately existed at a time when this wasn't allowed. But that didn't stop Rebecca Sugar. Before Steven Universe, I think one of the best examples of this was Sailor Moon, which isn't even Western media, which is a show that I think helped inspire a lot of the LGBT metaphorical representation that we did end up seeing in media in the West, like Steven Universe. Sailor Moon actually had openly LGBT characters, but one thing it couldn't deal with more literally is teen pregnancy. As far as I understand, teen pregnancy isn't exactly an issue in Japan, and especially wasn't back in the 90s. And the story of Sailor Moon wasn't interested in teen pregnancy as a plot in relation to a world where everyone else gets pregnant at an older age. Instead, after season 1 of Sailor Moon established the characters of Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask falling in love and having some future together, season 2 wanted to bring the idea of their daughter into
Steven Universe.
The problem is that Serena was in middle school and her boyfriend was in college, weirdly.
Nigga, what?
No.
Wait.
Into the picture. The problem is that Serena was in middle school and her boyfriend was in college, weirdly enough. Though I think he was still legally just 17.
The premise, Bev.
Nigga, that doesn't make it better. What the fuck? That doesn't make it better.
Leave.
Declan.
And you fucking leave. Fucking leave. Jesus Christ, please fuck off. Jesus Christ.
I look so weird. I did this. No, these are cigarettes, by the way. Are you good, bro?
Yeah, my fucking sister's been dickhead.
Yeah. Also, I don't think you heard that.
Either way,
okay, so, listen.
The idea of their daughter into the picture. The problem is that Serena was in middle school and her boyfriend was in college, weirdly.
Pedophilia is the highest degree. His only rebuttal is that he's 17. Nigga, that doesn't make it better. What the fuck?
Pedophilia is pedophilia.
She's like she's age 10 to 13. He's in college.
Like, you can't, like, a 10-year-old can't date a 5-year-old, can they? Still fucking weird.
It is. She's age 10 to the 13. This nigga's 17. He's 17.
That's just mad.
And then she had a baby. We just that kid with purple pink hair, whatever, is their kid.
Pedophilia to the highest degree.
Highest order. I'm sorry, sir. What the actual Friday fudge fuck? Nigga, what? What, Declan?
All the stat points went into pedophilia.
All the stat points.
All of
enough, though I think he was still legally just 17. Either way, it didn't really make sense to give Sailor Moon an actual baby, and even some sort of magical pregnancy would have been a little too crazy. So instead, the story
what the fuck? I wasn't ready for that.
Season 2 followed based off of the original
A little bit of both. A little bit of both.
Manga, with Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask suddenly being visited by their daughter from the future.
Okay, from the future. Okay, that makes it a little bit better. Still weird as fuck though. A little bit better.
Anime captures the metaphor of this perfectly by showing Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask on a special date together, where everything's going really romantic, and they eventually kiss, leading to a very interestingly shaped hole in the sky, where their daughter falls down from the future and lands right between them. Or rather,
did she kiss him?
Where their daughter falls down from the future and lands right between them.
She did kiss him, okay.
Or rather, right on top of Sailor Moon, getting in the way of her and her relationship.
Anime?
Sailor Moon, it's Sailor Moon. The most well-known...
No, I was asking, what is show?
Oh, just
Like, what the fuck is
the
this?
utmost bullshit with sparkles and shit, dude. The utmost bullshit with sparkles. A little bit of tartar sauce.
This is looking real unwatchable.
Unwatchable. I'm binging this shit tonight. I'm binging all this tonight.
This became a magical metaphor for two young people suddenly having a baby thrust into their lives and
Whoa, okay, thrust is a really...
He particularly chose that word for it. What's Steven Universe?
I don't know.
Sailor Moon now?
I forgot. We lost the plot, dude. We lost the plot.
This guy lost the plot.
We lost the fucking plot, dude. I need to rewatch Sailor Moon. We all do, because I don't remember any of this shit.
having to deal with it. Not just each of them dealing with a child, but how that affects their relationship. Perhaps even more risque in Sailor Moon is Season 4, where they started to use a metaphor for being violent.
What?
Why'd you sniff, gang?
I was sniffling. Snot in my nose.
Okay.
Why'd you... What else? What fucking reason? What else?
No, so that sounded a little bit weird, gang.
After rejecting the advances of someone they were to use a metaphor for being violated after rejecting the advances of someone they were not interested in. This was a season where the goal of the villains was to find this magical dream mirror of the perfect dream. Despite this being their actual goal, the villains ended up targeting people that they had a romantic and sexual interest in. The antagonists in their villain forms were dressed in fetish gear mostly, but when they put on a civilian disguise, it was modeled after Japanese pickup artists. They would spend the episode trying to seduce the character that they believed had the perfect dream. And when this person has too pure a heart to fall for this person's tricks and eventually rejects their advances, the villain decides that he's no longer willing to have the character's consent and turns to a supervillain to force themselves inside of their dream mirror.
What are we talking about, bro? We lost the plot. How does any of this relate to Steven Universe? We lost the fucking plot. It
has to be some form of rape.
It is. It literally is. We lost the plot, dude. Lock the fuck in, dude.
It's Diddy. It's just Diddy.
Lock the fuck in, nigga.
You don't give consent. Too bad. What the fuck is this?
Wow, we lost the fucking plot.
We should have watched something else, gang.
Oh, shut up. What is this, gang? I came to see about, like, Steven Universe and shit, not whatever this is.
What the fuck to Rebecca Sugar get Steven Universe list?
Who knows, bro? No, don't. No! What is this? No, you can't go from rape to Here Comes the Thought. You can't cut from that.
As a kid, you don't really notice how strange it is that these people in fetish gear are—
What?
Here comes a thought, rape.
Hello.
Are chaining people to these boards and doing something like a penetrative act on these mirrors, during which the character looks clearly uncomfortable. But it's because they were able to use this metaphor that they were actually able to get away with it. And while this was a little bit of a detour, I hope it helps—
Where did this nigga come from? No, that's Moxie. Where did this nigga come from?
To understand just how much metaphor can influence a story, how it can be used to take some very serious ideas and put them into children's entertainment. This is something I believe Steven Universe was inspired by because they
you can't cut from that. You cannot cut from that. Landon, I know you've seen this shit. What the fuck? This guy.
I was thinking about watching this, but I don't want to. No.
No. Eat the shoes. Anyways, yeah, dude. Lock the fuck in, dude. Holy bagibas.
So we went from lesbians, which is obviously Steven Universe.
Okay, so we went from lesbians to teen pregnancy to rape and to Here Comes the Thought.
Insane lineup.
What do you mean?
Insane lineup.
Nigga, what? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Yo. Me too, dude. I'm so confused too, dude.
their LGBT themes in the metaphors, but also their commentary on
4 minutes
inappropriate
in,
relationships, including those that we would think of as consensual yet abusive, and some that just don't have any level of consent at all. Now, according to Rebecca Sugar, all of this started with the original Steven Universe
love the original
pilot.
design for
After this was presented to Cartoon Network and the executives, Rebecca Sugar claims that one of the executives came up to her and said that these 3 characters can never be in a relationship with each other. These 3 characters, of course, being Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl. The 3 gem moms who take care of Steven, with his actual mom, Rose Quartz, giving up her physical form in order to become Steven. Already with the story of Steven and his mother, you can see how it's a metaphor for something.
When I saw that scene, I'm not used to it having a point. I'm just so used to the flat.
What?
Like the actual dumbass, the fucking actual thing.
Yeah.
The actual gem. I'm so used to being like seeing the front of it, the flat side. I'm not used to seeing with the actual like rest of it.
I mean, yeah.
Ew.
To become Steven. Already with the story of Steven and his
I was thinking of Spinel, but
dumbass
mother, you can see how it's a metaphor for something a lot of children go through. In Steven Universe, gems don't actually give birth, so in order to create a new life form, Rose Quartz actually has to become part of Steven. But this is more so meant to be a metaphor for—
How does that happen? Like, does she just like infuse herself with Greg's like a single sperm cell? How does that happen?
maybe it's like a factory reset.
Factory reset. Like how do you, like I just imagine one day Greg just nutted out a big ass stone. What the fuck?
Owie!
Ah, Rose, what the fuck are you? Yo. Cause I know they fucked. But how did they fuck?
You think she just made it? Remember, she shapeshift.
Yeah, but he lost memories though. Like, he doesn't have her memories at all. Like he's completely different from her, so you can't have shapeshift and something completely different.
Bro.
Yeah.
Reminds me of a video.
Shut up. Very scared. Very scared for your next words.
I know you've seen it.
So scared. Terrified.
I know you have, gang.
My dick and boots are quivering right now, sir. My balls are quivering, sir. Puffy.
Should I say it? I'll try to dim it down as much as possible.
Let me. Okay. I muted the stream. Okay. Okay.
Okay, that's good.
What are we doing, bro? So does that say Mordecai right down there?
No.
When a child loses their parent at a young age, particularly when a child loses their mother, because
I said Mordecai in Mystery Universe. No, it says Monseiey. What the fuck?
Loses their parent at a young age, particularly when a child loses their mother because their mother died giving birth to them. But instead of addressing that literally, we address it with this sort of mythic language of aliens who can shapeshift and transform. Setting the stage for Rebecca Sugar to work around the executives' demands that Amethyst, Pearl, and Garnet are never in a relationship. First off, it was very obvious that the reason that the executives didn't want these characters—
I bet you're not, are you?
What? What?
I bet you're not, are you?
What?
You're not used to seeing the tip of it.
Oh, fuck off.
to be in relationships with each other is that they were clearly feminine coded. In Steven Universe, the gems are a non-binary race with no gender or sex distinctions, but they all tend to present as feminine and tend to use she/her pronouns.
Yep.
Immediately, this adds a layer to metaphor for non-binary people to actually see themselves through these characters. Not because non-binary people are alien, but because the—
I've never seen them as non-binary. I've seen this one as non-binary. I've seen Sylvania as non-binary, but I've always just seen them as girls with mystery boxes down there. Mystery loot. Mystery loot.
The experience of the aliens in the show is more similar to how they feel as a non-binary person.
Prepare for combat.
Unfortunately,
Parry,
making the
parry,
gems genderless space
where are these niggas coming from? Stop moving places.
didn't
Where the
change
fuck
the
did Moxie
actual
go?
rule that
I
he
don't
was given
know.
by the executives at the network, which was that Amethyst, Pearl, and Garnet weren't allowed to be in a romantic relationship with each other. But the network didn't tell her that these characters couldn't have romantic relationships with others, and they especially didn't say that they couldn't have romantic relationships with other characters that are women or feminine coded. The executives likely knew that there was going to be some level of LGBT exploring in this show, as that was often the case with cartoons in general at the time. But part of the reason this was allowed, beyond it often happening at the very end of the
my favorite
series
scene.
in a final episode.
I love this episode, but still, I love seeing Sapphire in the suit. I don't know how I feel about seeing Ruby in a dress. Like, this looks tough.
Yeah.
This looks tough. Just questioning.
The opposite way around would be good.
Yeah, but that's totally stuttered. That defeats the purpose, though.
No.
It defeats the purpose of what she's trying to prove. So, like, I'm just...
Was because the relationships were often between minor characters who existed in the peripheral of the main
I remember
cast.
this episode.
Or
I used to
otherwise, if they involved a
Cartoon
main
Network
cast
used to
member,
spam
it was
that
with a
episode for
character
no
who
reason.
was also peripheral, disconnecting the LGBT romance themes from the main plot. As a genderless space rock, Pearl later was explicitly able to have romantic feelings for a human woman who clearly
Smash.
resembled Rose Quartz with her pink hair. And Pearl was also very clearly in love with Rose Quartz. But it's not like their relationship was shown very explicitly. And instead, for that, we got Ruby and Sapphire. Now, the executives had told Rebecca Sugar that she...
What?
Do you think they have genders based on when they're rock?
When the rock was made? I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. Stutter. What do you mean when? Like, do you think, like, if they're more than 40 billion years old, they're all female?
No. Like, when Amethyst pops out, would it be pedophilia?
Nigga, whoa. Do not go in that direction. What?
Okay, I'll keep it to myself.
You can't.
I'll keep it to
No,
myself.
you can't go that direction.
I'll keep it to myself. I'll keep it to myself.
You didn't know random people spawned in his videos. No, I didn't.
Wait, what?
Landon said you didn't know random people spawned in his videos. Oh, you spelled spawn wrong. Spawn at SPAWN.
Fucking hell, you spell good.
I just like Spawn. You know, the character.
Oh yeah.
The character.
Yep.
I love the show too.
Yeah, let's continue.
is not allowed to have any of the main three characters be in a relationship with each other. But at that time, Garnet was already planned to be two separate characters who were in a relationship through their fusion. She didn't have to reveal that to the executives at the time, and by the time she did, it was about the end of season 1, which was 52 episodes in at this point.
52?
In the episodes before,
Yo, season 1 was not 52 episodes.
It was.
Was it really?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I remember it being like 20, 21.
No.
21. I rewatched this show every year. Never noticed that. Like every year for the past 6 years straight. No, not 6 years. Past.
It's that good.
Damn, 10 years straight. What the fuck? 10 years straight. Yo.
Just that good, you don't realize.
50s. No, I do skip some of the episodes. I do skip some of the episodes. Specifically the ones I don't like. The Uncle Grandpa episode, I hate that one.
What April Fool's one?
I hate the one where shit, I hate the one where like the clothes come to life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the Frybo.
Frybo, yeah, the Frybo one. I hate those two. Those are the only episodes I really hate, for real.
Bro, this fucking video is gonna be like 30 minutes long just because we're running.
Oh, the video's already 23 minutes.
a lot of clear evidence that Garnet was a
Should've been
fusion
ended
of
by
two
now.
characters. And by
I
the
mean,
time
yeah, but
that
that's
Rebecca
kind of
Sugar-
what reaction videos are. You have to put your input into the video, so it just won't just be you watching this video in silence.
That's fair.
Yeah.
got around to this reveal, it was too late for the network to actually do anything to change it. Sure, they could pressure her to tone down the way that Ruby and Sapphire are portrayed, but after an entire season and over 50 episodes, it was too late to tell her that these characters couldn't be a fusion, or that their relationship couldn't be what it was, since that relationship is what makes Garnet the character she is. So after the LGBT relationship of Ruby and Sapphire was pushed through with the metaphor of fusion, and at this point, fusion had already been used to address the metaphors of relationships within the show. This makes sense.
Wait, that was
fusion is a union.
wait, that was Opal, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Giant woman. All I wanna be is someone who gets to see a giant woman. A giant woman. All I wanna be is someone who gets to see a giant woman.
Bro.
What's up?
The only fusion that ain't based on a rock, like an actual on it.
Sylvania, yeah, no.
Huh.
I mean, it is basically based off a rock. It's just a quartz or a diamond. But they just name isn't a rock. It's more human than rock, so.
Yeah.
More fleshy bits than rocky bits.
Yeah.
Can I touch your fleshy bits?
Of two people, and it makes the perfect representation of what a relationship is when people try to act as one unit.
What's down there? So I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry.
Wait, what did you say?
I said, what's down there, dude? I'm so like, I know that they grow a beard when they're on a different planet. That time, Stevon was on a different planet. But what's is it a hybrid? Is it like a Futari type shit? What's down there, dude?
I think it's I have an idea, but I don't want to say it.
Me neither, dude. I regret bringing up that topic. Yo, they look so stressed. They look so stressed. Dude.
It can be romantically, such as we see with Ruby and Sapphire, or even more of a friendly thing like we see with Steven and Amethyst. But one thing I think Rebecca Sugar was aiming for early on was the idea that the gems had a little bit of a sloppy overlap with all of their feelings for each other. We know that Pearl had feelings for Rose Quartz / Pink Diamond, and we know that Ruby and Sapphire had feelings for each other. But on top of that, Pearl and Amethyst both show an interest in fusing with Garnet.
How do you carry all that? Hold up. How do you hold up? Wait.
But on top of
I know Amethyst is strong as shit. But how do you carry all that? Oh my god. I know. Okay, so I know Amethyst is strong as fuck, and I know Steven is just abnormally strong. But still, that's like 100 pounds of straight dough to make your cake.
104
days of summer vacation. Fuck you. But still, though, dude, I don't know, dude. How do you do that, dude?
Show an interest in fusing with Garnet because of the stability of her relationship as Ruby and Sapphire. When they are welcomed into a fusion with Garnet, especially for Pearl, it feels like they're being welcomed into the relationship. But no.
Wait.
The lion.
Shut up.
Why the lion?
Don't worry about it.
No matter how happy Amethyst or Pearl are when they fuse with Garnet, they are not a part of that relationship, and taking advantage of that relationship is very bad for them. All of us know this with the Tower of Mistakes arc, where Pearl gets so interested in fusing with Garnet that she ends up orchestrating situations where they're required to fuse in order to make it happen. Once Garnet finds out that Pearl was doing this in order to force them to fuse, it loses all of the magic for Garnet, and really she feels violated by it. This is the kind of story that in a more adult-oriented show would be handled by two characters actually sleeping with each other.
What up?
Story that in a more adult-oriented show would be handled by two characters actually
Alright, we're good.
Sleeping with each other, and the other finding out that the reasons why were a lie. But even without the LGBT themes, that isn't really allowed in children's television.
gang is a pair.
It's fruity. Bro, can't be that dumb, man. I'm very much him. Very much him.
And fusion helps heighten the stakes beyond it being just a normal
No, I was about to do it over here too. I was about to do it over there.
relationship. Garnet feeling betrayed by this makes sense because in another episode we also saw Garnet
Perfect shots. Hold up. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Get Mrs. Face. Get Mrs. Face. Get Mrs. Face.
its reaction to forced fusion. This is done
I fucked up.
Garnet. They are not a part of that relationship. So interested in fusing with Garnet that she ends up orchestrating situations where they're required to fuse in order to make it happen. Once Garnet finds out that Pearl was doing this in order to force them to fuse, it loses all of the magic for Garnet, and really she feels violated by it. This is the kind of story that in a more adult-oriented show would be handled by two characters actually sleeping with each other and the other finding out that the reasons why were a lie. But even without the LGBT themes, that isn't really allowed in children's television, and fusion helps heighten the stakes beyond it being just a normal relationship. Garnet feeling betrayed by this makes sense because in another episode we also saw Garnet's reaction to forced fusion. This is done by taking destroyed gems and forcing them together in order to create monstrosities that can be used as weapons for the Gem Empire. And I think this actually says a lot about how fusion felt for Ruby and Sapphire weapons for the Gem Empire. And I think this actually says a lot about how fusion felt for Ruby and Sapphire before they became
everybody here is just so thick, dude. I'm just saying.
Garnet. Before this, I believe Sapphire said that she had never fused before, but Ruby actually had in the episode where she meets Sapphire. Here, our Ruby had to fuse with other Rubies, which is a very common thing for Rubies in particular, it seems, as their foot soldiers meant to combine to become bigger when necessary. But this was all done for work. While it was easy to unite with these other Rubies because they had similar personalities, that didn't make it the emotional bond that happens when Ruby fused with Sapphire. And thus, through the metaphor of forced fusion through the Gem Empire crushing these gems together to create their little monsters, we get some very strong commentary on what consent means in a story aimed at children through this metaphor. For me personally, I think—
Where do these niggas— where do they come from? Where do they come from?
I've never seen the videos, they just come in.
Dude. Like, do they just pop in at random times?
My favorite example of this is actually the relationship of Lapis and Jasper. Lapis saw herself as a prisoner to Jasper, and because of that, she wanted to take Jasper prisoner through a fusion. It was through this fusion that she was able to take Jasper and bind them both to the bottom of the sea. And what was really scary about this was the later episode where Lapis explained that she actually really liked it on some level. It was dark and it was traumatic, but so was much of Lapis's life. And for the first time, she felt like she also had power in a toxic relationship. This was extremely powerful commentary because it didn't just frame Jasper as the villain that she is, but also showed how someone you love like Lapis, someone who is a victim in the situation.
Don't worry about it. Lapis looking thick.
I know.
Can also get a rush out of turning around and using her power on someone who has been hurting her. And can also get a rush out of turning around and using her power on someone who has been hurting her. And then finally, I would say all of this culminated in the Ruby and Sapphire wedding. For those who don't know, the Ruby and Sapphire wedding was something that the executives over at Cartoon Network fought pretty hard against. Oftentimes, despite the issue being that they just don't want this LGBT representation in their show, the network will go ahead and give other excuses because they know that someone like Rebecca Sugar will try to work around that first excuse. After all, it's already been confirmed that Ruby and Sapphire are in a relationship and they're clearly in love within the show, so it would make sense for them to get married at some point without it being an actual—
I swear this is something entirely new. isn't quite me, and it isn't quite you.
Issue for the audience. So instead, according to Rebecca Sugar, the executive started to complain that it would be too boring an episode, especially for a finale. With that in mind,
dude,
Rebecca
fucking the voice actor for Ruby's been all around Cartoon Network. Like, she voices the little Asian girl from We Bare Bears. She voices you know, other people.
Yeah.
Hold up.
I thought I recognized her voice.
Why is everyone here Asian? Why is almost everyone here Asian, dude?
Well, except from
Asian, probably Asian, might be Asian. I don't know what that is. Probably Asian. This is the voice actor. I think it is. Yeah, We Were Bears. Yeah, this is the voice actor. Dr. House. What the heck? I didn't know that. What are they voicing here? Dude, they've been all around. What the hell? Take and Seek! Yo! I used to love this show! I used to love all 4 seasons. I thought it only had 3. 3 episodes. I thought it was... Yeah, but this was a peak show. We strayed from this.
Sugar said that she decided to make the episode as epic as possible because she wanted it to be a wedding that no child would want to miss. And to be honest, I feel like it should have started a huge trend of giant wedding episodes. Maybe I'm wrong and this does already happen. I know it definitely
Landon, you watched this show. I didn't.
In shows like The Dragon Prince, but villains crashing a wedding
you watched The
seems
Dragon
like the
Prince.
best
I didn't.
storyline for a children's show, and I don't know why this hasn't been done more. But Rebecca Sugar definitely went for it with Steven Universe, not using metaphor at this point.
Whoa, wait, did
more. But Rebecca Sugar definitely went for it with.
Are they still wearing the thing? They are. Oh, did it always look like that? Did it always look like that?
What?
With this, like the shoulder pads and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, because I swear I thought this because Garnet had the fucking shit on. Had the dress shit on. Did it always look like that?
I don't know.
Not using metaphor at this point to cover
up the because when they fuse, Garnet has the suit dress on. So if Garnet fuses with everyone else, is that... Also, everyone else is also wearing suits and shit. So shouldn't the
relationship of Ruby and Sapphire, but instead working around the network executives by making
Pearl
it
and
a wedding
Amethyst
that
also
would
have
appeal
suits
very
on, so I don't know why
to young boys who don't actually care about anything LGBT. The demographic that network executives act like you'll miss if you include LGBT representation, or
everyone else had suits and shit on.
Executives act like you'll miss if you include LGBT
Yeah, see, suit. Why aren't they wearing a dress or a suit? Give that motherfucker a little bow tie, dude. Come on. I still love how Peridot looks. I still love how Peridot looks, though. Yeah, but I'm talking about when they fused, cause when these 3 fused, or 4. Yeah. These 3 fused. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm bad at math.
Representation or a strong focus on
what?
You're thinking way too much into it.
There's so many plot holes
on female characters. What Rebecca Sugar did here, however, was prove that all of these things are meant to coexist in the same space without it being some battle between them. To a lot of children, Ruby and Sapphire wasn't an LGBT wedding, it was just a wedding of 2 of their favorite characters. One that naturally ended with
I definitely knew it was good. It was good as fuck,
actually. One hell of an epic battle. But what do you guys think? I've been wanting to make...
Where are these niggas coming from? Okay, so they're all here now. They're all here. Okay. They're all here.
This video is for like 40 minutes.
It's been around 40 minutes, yeah. 38.
Make videos about Steven Universe again lately, and with Lars of the Stars as a spin-off series still being pretty far away, I thought it would be nice to look back at the original show and talk about the themes like this. Make sure you subscribe, as I think I'd like to do more behind the scenes.
Yo, okay, shout out this guy, man. Shout out this guy. Holy freeze frame. Get this off the screen.
Universe? Huh?
Sorry, the freeze frame thing. Yeah, okay, so shout out this guy. Shout out Cartoon Universe, dude.
Like so Gooniverse.
Silence yourself.
Do you want to play Marvels?
I want to play something different real quick.
What do you want to play?
Something different. Okay, can't play any of these.